Just one of those tropes that people come out with in it, and to get them.
Let me try a little weird smoke.
It's tobacco leaf.
No, it's not. Is it? You just called it something.
Not tobacco leaf, marshmallow leaf.
Marshmallows.
So I'm trying to give up smoking, and I've been smoking this marshmallow leaf when everyone needed to. It's gross, mate. It tastes like tea.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
Go on, let's have a little bit. Go on, I've had a drink. I want to try.
It doesn't get you high. Nothing happens. It's literally just the experience of smoking, and I think that's all it is. That's all it is. So you're supposed to use it with weed. Do you know what I mean?
The healthy alternative.
So the first thing I was going to talk about to you is that the way I met you is probably one of the weirdest, craziest, random meetings. Do you remember how we met?
No. I will remember when you tell me.
We were at the Nest, Exit Records. Well, we weren't there, but the night had finished, Exit Records.
Oh, outside.
We got on the bus.
Right.
I'm sitting at the front of the bus, and you and Dexter were chatting, and you both mentioned In Perspective Records.
Oh, no way.
And I turned around and I went, that's me. Oh, and then that's how we started, because remember Clashmouth, the original Clashmouth, it was the three of us, wasn't it?
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? It was like, it's crazy. That was like 16 years ago.
I remember that night. I remember D-Bridge or someone put on socials, hey, does anybody know somewhere to go around the Shoreditch or East London area? And then, because we were looking for an after party, and then someone went, yeah, there's an exit party going on. and it was like, thanks, mate.
That's the party we were all leaving. Yeah. And it's sort of like been a 15, 16 year love-hate affair. Mostly love. We had a little break. We had one little
fallout.
That's alright. That's alright. We were fine. I can't remember why we fell out. Oh, it was fucking my former employees, we call them. I don't mention. I'm not giving them any air. So I call them former employees. Well, we were there, innit? It was that video thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But that wasn't really our fault. It's because we didn't have any money to fucking pay you. Well, we did have the money.
Oh, you did pay me. It was just, I don't know.
It was just
like
changes,
rights and no rights and what I was supposed to be doing and too many edits, and it just got a bit huge. Yeah. But it's fine.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, you've always spoken your mind, you know what I mean?
I have, and so have you.
Yeah, but you know, you're worse.
That's fine, but that's what it's about, man. Just, you know, humans, friends, you know, speak your mind. And you know, you lock heads sometimes and you make up, and then that's good. Like, fuck people who, like we were saying a second ago, where you put your hand out and they're just like, nah, don't want to make up. And like, as we agreed, there was the people that actually wronged you.
Are in the wrong,
yeah.
I mean, I was explaining a situation where an individual I fell out with, you know, I saw him recently. I tried to sort of shake hands and he behaved abhorrently, and it just made me want to punch him, to be honest. And you realise that he's more of a coward than, you know, you gave him credit for. Because I would have respected him more if he had tried to do me something. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know?
Yeah. But I find that happens a lot. I find people like cancel people out their life as a sort of like forced ego boost. So you're like, right, I'll cancel them out, and then that means I've risen above.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not how it works.
Nah.
You can't just like, it's a delusion.
Yeah.
And it happens, you know, it happens in my family.
Yeah.
It happens, you know, and it's just sad, you know, like, we're all brothers and sisters at the end of the day. No one's fucking higher than anyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, that's true unity.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was born a communist. Right. So I've got that in my blood, you know, from Yugoslavia. Yeah. It's all brothers, sisters. So when I see this behaviour happen a lot, you know.
Because I don't think most people would know that about you, that you're not like English, are you?
I know, I'm an infiltrator.
Yeah.
So I've got my English disguise on.
Yeah. So you were born in...
I'm from Yugoslavia, but I'm a Serb from Croatia, because Yugoslavia doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
My language doesn't exist anymore. Serbo-Croat. I went back to, you know, the original Serbian and Croatian. So I came here basically, you know, as an immigrant in 91, just before the war started, and yeah, man, that's how it.
And that's where you fell in love with jungle.
No, I was 9.
So it would have been 5-6 years later. I don't know what. 6 years later.
I was hanging out with my best friend MC, Craig Danger Lee, and we'd go to some random parties in London. We'd like jump the trains from Northampton. That's where we hung out.
Yeah.
And then I bought his decks off him. It was like Sound Lab turntable and a record player. And he gave me his Jungle collection. It was just like about 20 records, a proper classics. And I started topping them up. And that's where it started. And then I got my decks, and I still got them, my 1210s. But yeah, I was in Northampton, and then I went uni Kent, and then went London, and that's when I started sort of getting, to meet people in the scene and stuff like that. But noise started way before I met anyone. And then it sort of branched into noise test. So yeah, it was interesting when you got a little thing going on and all these people are coming and they want to get involved and you're like, sure man, go for it. And I didn't really realise how big it was getting. I'd go to places like Renegade and people would be like, you run noise tests? Like it was total shock. Be like, yeah.
Why did you call it that?
So basically, I didn't start noise. Tyrone and Tim started it. I was the resident DJ 17 fucking years ago at Indigo, Wandsworth Road.
Yeah.
And then they fell out literally 6 months into it, and they were like, just fucking have it. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
And, you got rid of all the marketing, the logos, so there was nothing. And I was like, and everyone was like, when's the next party? And I was like, fuck it, let's do a party, you know? So I'd just randomly go speak to pubs and their little back rooms, and then we'd just do a party. And then before you know it, it's growing. And because I got, I studied video a long time, started doing weird experimental videos. And I was the only one doing that at the time. Can I just make that clear? Like, I was the only one doing promo videos in the underground scene. And now it's really standard, I really feel like I sort of started that a little bit. Not started, but I don't know, like, it's what made noise big.
Right.
It stood out
it's a video,
because of the random weird little videos. And then one day we were like, oh, let's just fucking play. Let's just do a party where we play all our own tunes. And it was actually something that I thought my mate said, and he didn't. And then it was like, I was like, did you just say we should have a party and play our own tunes? He went, no, but that's a great idea. We're like, yeah. So it literally came about by accident. And it was meant to be a private Christmas party at Babaloo under Mass in Brixton.
Oh, yeah.
And we opened it up to everyone. And it was literally the sickest party ever. And it just, it was like a new world opening up. Everyone was like mates that were all hermits that made little tunes in secret. And then they'd show them. And it was like, fuck me, you didn't tell me about this one. Oh, my God. And it was just everyone was listening differently. It was like... and I'm an artist, I come from video art background, and it was like sound installation art, like gallery sort of, you were just listening because you know that was all produced by the person. So you literally, because you're a producer yourself, you really like, it was a proper little geek fest, do you know what I mean? All the producers were there. So we knew it would start something, and then it branched into noise test, and the noise test got bigger than noise, so I just stopped doing noise. But
what was the first noise test then? Because so when did it? Why did you change it? Right.
No, first noise was 2005 or 6. I'd literally, do you know what? I got an email the other day from Photo Bucket.
Oh yeah, shit.
Saying that the my account's still going and all that. I was like, what the fuck? I went in there, logged in, and it was like all the early flyers.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was like amazing. MySpace times. Because you when you used Photo Bucket to do the HTML code to embed the whatevers,
On MySpace, yeah.
So I was like, fucking hell. So I think we're 17 this year. I haven't even kept count. We don't even have a logo, and and it's just come so far. And yeah, we can go into the journey if you like.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for. That's what I want to know.
But it's just been crazy because like I said, I was never a promoter. I was a DJ and a producer, and a video artist that just sort of got lumbered with this thing, and all I've done is kept it alive, like given it the least amount of energy as a side project, and it's just blossomed. And I think that's a good learning, because it's not about the gimmicks or the logos or the merch or it's about the vibe, and
absolutely.
it was really nice. Loads of big people wanted to play. People were begging to come play, man. It just had a really good little bit of hype for a while, And then we got asked to take over a festival in Croatia, and then we just started. Yeah, it's just me and investing loads of money in it for a long time.
So was that Membrane?
Membrane.
Yeah. So I mean, do you want to talk about that or?
just it was a couple of years doing a takeover, some good and bad experiences, and then went off and started my own thing. And a new partner there, and then we had COVID, so it's just like.
Yeah, COVID did fuck up a lot of things, but I was very grateful to be able to come out to Croatia last year with that poisonous ex of mine, and
no, but that's why I love you, because the real artists have always just enjoyed being a part of it, and that's why
it's just always there's this holiday you just get to DJ.
In a lot of the scenes, it's always the real artists that are really nice people. They're just happy because they're creative. They've got their little outlet. There's and it's all the ones that are like scheming and they're trying and tricking. It's like it's you can just see that difference.
I mean, like the party that you did in Blue Mountain, I remember particularly because I remember Loxy played that night, and
we did 4 years in Bristol.
Blue Mountain, and who's that Brazilian kid as well? Eusebio?
Is he Brazilian? Eusebio.
I don't know why I thought he was Brazilian.
Eusebio.
He just sounds like a Brazilian football player, doesn't he? That's why I put in my head that he was Brazilian, but because I remember he just had a release on Rupture, isn't he? Rupture London, I think.
And Samurai, so he's climbing up, man.
Yeah, he's definitely doing his thing, and so
Western Law, he's done an album on.
Oh, you did the album on Western Law? Yeah, shout out Dead Man's Chest.
Yeah, man.
He's one of my favourite people, and hopefully we'll get him on there as well. But like I've always respected you, Milena. Obviously, that's one of the reasons why I have the people on here, and it's always been interesting to see, because there's very few female promoters really in the scene, and. Especially on the more ethereal left field, I think you're the only one, really. I mean, obviously, Mantra and Double O are a partnership, and they, run that thing together. But you roll solo, much like I used to roll solo when I was doing Technicality, and that's really hard promoting by yourself. I mean, how do you feel you've managed that, or have you?
It's just been an accident. So when you just get put into that position, you just start to have fun with it. Like I said, it was just a side project. So it was like, I've got my other world, I've got my job, my career, my video skills. So it was just fun to see what can happen with this project. And and then at certain points it was like, okay, let's invest some more energy in this, and then you sort of step out and in. But it was just this sort of like, don't let it die. And it's almost like a bit of an obsession. But I mean, we were talking earlier in the living room there about how sometimes it feels like being a female in a drum and bass, or just not just even a female, being a nice, kind person as a promoter in the drum and bass. I only have experience in the drum and bass. Maybe other scenes are worse. I don't know. In that environment, you really, really just go through a lot of shadiness. People like pretend to be your friend. People, just try and get stuff out of it that's not there. You get scammed, you get tricked, and you have to be this smart person, but I refuse to change, and I always want to just give, and the concept of Noise Test is to give people that I respect a platform and push them and promote them and use my video skills to push them and promote them, I'd rather sort of give...
come in. See your face, come on, you got to see your face on camera, come on. Come say hi. This is for Shara. For those that know, quick shout for Shara. You right, mate? You off, yeah?
Yeah, I'll speak to you soon.
I'll catch up soon, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, all the best.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Cool.
Man. See you soon.
Special guest starring with Shara. Cheers, Dave. But that's all going to stay in, fuck it.
Of course.
So, sorry, you were saying, go on.
Where was I?
About being promoting by yourself and people sort of not being maybe necessarily grateful or having opportunities.
There's a lot of stories, man, and because I've got my outside life, it just became a bit of a like, just seeing this human behavior. It's like a study. And some of it is really hard to digest, man. People are really hungry, man. I'm an artist, I've always been an artist. And like I said, I'm a communist. So to me, it's just sharing, caring, you know, producing, you know, just happy. And I think a lot of real artists really have that same attitude. But there's certain people that are just that, you know, you become a stepping stone, you know, to their very desperate dreams, you know.
Yeah.
And they'll just walk all over you to get what they want, and it's very confusing, you know.
It can be, especially when you confuse the friendships.
Especially when you're trusting, you know, a really trusting person and giving, and you know, I don't ask for nothing back, but you know, don't fuck with me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not stupid. You know, I'll eat shit for certain people because they're worth it. You know, I've been a waitress, you know, I've done like, so I don't have that sort of complex of like, you know, I'm happy to bow down. Like, I've got patience, do you know what I mean? And so, you know, I won't get my back up, you know, some people, you know, I've got, you know, leeway for but yeah, just I've just seen a lot of bad behaviour.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of gaslighting, you know, and I just think it's sad because I don't think it's the right attitude, you know. I just think, well, if you're treating me like that, you're gonna have other issues in life, and you're not gonna be getting anywhere with that attitude. So you know, it's just sad because, you know, you want to give them that advice, but they ain't gonna listen to you.
No, well, I guess some people have a sense of entitlement, maybe.
Oh, mate, like, just literally just use, abuse and lie and just fucking just... I mean, I'll tell you one story when I was managing Membrane and, you know, Fuge came in with some backing money and, you know, we're going to do this big show and it was no holds barred. I was literally managing it and picking the whole, like, curating it basically, but I ended up doing a lot more. I was doing all the videos, all the socials, all the fucking booking, Airbnb, planes, driving. And, you know, I got some of my mates in there last minute as a bit of a back door. And I got in trouble for that. Because they were like, oh, you know, I wanted to get some of my mates in there, la la la. And then the people I got in there, fucking, like, on an agreement of come, get on the lineup, trust this is going to be big, la la la, pay for your own stuff, la la la, it's going to be cheap, la la. They were like, cool. So, you know, I'm Croatian, I know it's cheap. And then in the end, they made me pay for all their flights. And it was like, you know, everyone saw it, everyone knew what the agreement was. And
so were they supposed to pay for the flights?
Yeah, that was the agreement. And then it got close to the festival and it was like, okay, start taking loads of people off the lineup, make us look stupid. Or just pay for everyone's flights. And it was just a bit annoying because, you know, these friends, you know, fellow music producers, they just put me in that promoter basket, and it's like, I'm not a promoter, I'm a fucking producer and a DJ and a video artist, but I happen to just get this link in Croatia. That shouldn't mean I've paid for all your flights. I'm paying for my flights, so why am I paying for yours? And it was like, it was just weird. And you know, that happens, like that's happened a few times where the people just forget that I actually have more skills than they have and I've got more releases than they have. But you know, I like to put myself lower because I respect everyone. I put them on a pedestal, and then they just sort of run off with that. It's just like, all right then, you know.
Well, I'm gonna
fuck Milena.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna slightly challenge you on this because I've done this in private. We've had this conversation. I said I do sometimes think that because you have your way of seeing things. I think, you know, I wouldn't call it naivety. I don't think you're not naive, but I think
That's fine.
No, because that would be untrue if I said that. But
I'm a bit childlike.
Maybe, I don't know, but I just think that that thing where you think, well, we should all just sort of be in it together, and I know you truly believe that.
No,
right?
not at all, mate. I'm happy to put, like I said, I'm happy to put on a pedestal, give everyone their worth and more.
Yeah,
like that. I've got no issue with that.
But can you maybe see how sometimes if you're sort of involved with a festival and you're booking people, that people might expect at least a flight, you know, to sort of be paid by the festival,
that's
whoever
why
it is.
It's always discussed beforehand.
Right. So they knew that's what it should have been.
And it's like, if I knew that I had to fork, you know, 100 for flight and this and this, I probably would have got another fucking big artist on it to make it fucking fat. I'm getting you on because you're my mate. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? So it was very clear, and it made me look bad in front of the Membrane team because they were like, why are your friends treating you like this? You know, it wasn't just me just like tripping, you know. It was like, if you put everyone on the panel and discuss it, you know, the truth will come out. But, you know, people are never going to do that. I think we should do that, have like a Judge Judy. Right. And just like come discuss the beef.
Right, okay. What, jungle judge?
Yes. this.
Do you know what I mean? It's like who would be the judge though?
Fucking Dave, innit? Subject 13.
He's
you know the holy man.
Subject Dave would actually be a great shout for that job. Actually,
would.
it's like two people come and settle the beef. And then like we just do Judge Judy, like Jungle Judge.
Mate, they would never. The ones in the wrong will never come.
No. They wouldn't. That's the problem. They wouldn't come.
That is.
Yeah, they wouldn't come because they'll be like, well.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna wait. It's like, can you do the same beef? But there's gonna be 10 people like listening and discussing it.
No, totally. I try not to have beefs with people if I can, which is why when I see certain individuals, if I've had a. He doesn't mind me. I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but Steve Survival. We were very, very close at one time, and then we weren't. And then I said some crazy shit about him like a few years ago. In regards to Dispatch, and it caused a bit of a problem. And then, he was very angry at me for a long, long time, and rightly so. And I saw him at Jam 3 months ago, maybe, and maybe a bit longer actually, about 5-6 months ago actually. And I saw him in the crowd. And he saw me, and he didn't want to make it up. But I just went to him and said, "Come on, Steve, it's been 13 years, mate. Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing? Come on, let's just." We shook hands and we had a good chat.
No.
And it was fine. And we're never going to be friends again. But I'm glad that I had that moment. Yeah, I'm glad I had that moment, because the thing is like, I didn't want, it was May, June. Yeah, it was like May time. I didn't want to have that hanging over my head because I felt bad about what I'd done. But at the same time, he was a cunt to me, and but it doesn't matter now. At the end of the day, we had a friendship, and I don't necessarily think we'll be able to have a friendship again. Now, I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know. Yeah. But I'm glad we sorted it. You know what I mean? So, do you think like, some of the people you maybe had a few crosswords with, you ever be able to resolve things with?
I don't know, man. Yeah. Like, there's this one girl in particular and this one guy who come to Croatia, fucked up all my shit. Yeah. Deluded guy, spreading lies. I was just like, wow, this guy's actually crazy. And
he says the same thing about you.
And yeah, but let's put it to the panel. Do you know what I mean? Let's talk about it. I've literally got a voice note from him thanking me for a beautiful time, and but then I was like, do you know what? Actually, you can fuck off, because all you've done is tell everyone how I've lied about some recordings that were never destroyed because they were distorted, and you thought I made it up, and you started telling people that, and I was just like, you're a dickhead. I've literally just paid for you to come on holiday, and even though it was last minute, and he asked to come, and I told him there was no money, and I literally paid for his holiday, for his apartment. I bought him a £400 apartment for his team that never came. Yeah. And I never even fucking said anything. Yeah. And he didn't even pay for fucking Gerald when he come to the fucking pre-party. So it was just from day one, it was just skank, fucking, yeah. Anyway, that guy's a dickhead. And when we had this massive online argument, I had loads of people from the past come and join in. Yeah. And I was like, wow, these are but my ex-best friend who I lived with, who I've literally introduced her to everyone she fucking knows today, fucking come back to slag me off and be like, oh yeah, she's a dickhead as well, look at these messages, oh yeah, noise test is bad, look at these messages. And I was like, that's not noise test, that's me and her having a discussion. Why is she even posting screenshots? So I think they just made them all themselves look like a bunch of fucking what's that word, when you got Wolfpack mentality, it's just I would never imagine myself going somewhere to destroy someone's life, especially if you used to be best friends. And I could chat shit about her, I could destroy her, but I'm not gonna lower myself to that level.
You can if you want, but it's fine.
yeah, no means no, yeah. Yeah. Let's just say that. But wow. It was just really, really sad watching it, man, because to be honest, I don't give a fuck, and they can't touch me because I've got shit out of the scene that I've done that makes me just not even fucking doubt myself as a person. Yeah. Obviously I can, but did you know, I'll give you some fun facts.
Yeah, please.
So did you know that from 2000 to 2009, every single Sony Ericsson phone in the world had a Sony shop inside it? I ran it. In 5 different countries. The Sony store in every Sony Ericsson, I managed it. I even had a fucking category in there called unreleased music, and I uploaded my mate's tunes in there because the company I worked for, I used to manage all the websites, web phone, so it was WAP. I used to manage the Vodafone, T-Mobile, Orange, O2, Game, and Play Now store for Sony in 5 different countries. And Google used to copy my ideas. Like, do you know, I got a master's in fucking video. I'm classically trained, a musician. So I felt like I come to the scene with these skills as a confident project fucking global managing person, being like, you lot sick. I want to fucking give, like, you know, I love this shit, la la la. And people just take it and run off.
Right.
And that's not a nourishing environment. That's not an environment that I would say is a pleasant environment. And it just makes me really sad because I know there's a lot of really talented people, and to right, I'm fucking giving them a platform with Noises that are going through this.
Yeah.
So it's like, as a super talented person, like I was saying this earlier, it's like everyone's got baggage. Everyone thinks that you're some little student trying to fucking lick ass and climb up there. It's like, no, I'm an adult of the same age and I have skills and I want to give you something. That I don't want anything back, just a bit of respect.
Yeah.
But there's nothing. It's just like, take it and run.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is sad.
Very.
That is wasteful.
Yeah, I mean,
that is not a nourishing environment.
Yeah.
That's not leadership.
Yeah.
You know, they copy my video ideas, they ignore everything I'm doing. And the one thing I'll say that really hurts me the most, they talk about unity and all that stuff, yeah? Noiseless is the only fucking page that promotes other events.
Right.
Yeah? I don't give a fuck if your MC says it's all about unity, yeah? Unless you're pushing the whole rest of the scene, yeah? You're only promoting who's in your room. You know what I mean? It's like, I like you while you're in my house. You know, you got your mate playing at of someone else's night and you can't even give it a bit of push. Yeah. It's like, that's unity.
No, I agree.
It just really makes me like wonder what it's so competitive and there's this illusion of
I think a lot of that though is because it's sort of like the rules of PR, isn't it? It's like you've got your social media network. No, I understand where you're coming from, but I'm just saying just to flip it.
It's a channel.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, if
use it. I mean, the fans would love to even see that. I mean, that's a smart PR. That's smart. Of course they would.
Possibly.
It's like, if you only post fucking your night, post some other decent nights that are coming up. People will be like, sick, yeah, we're there.
Possibly.
What are you losing? What are you losing?
Your client base.
No, you're not. They're going to love it because you're promoting
No, but what I'm saying is...
the same artist at other events.
No, but hear me out. What I'm saying is that any reputable PR company or any person in PR would tell you that's bad practice. Well, I know you don't agree with that, and that's fine, you made it clear. But I'm just saying, you're asking the question, why don't people do it? That's why I think people don't do it.
I just think it gives them more content, if anything.
Well, or you could find more content related to your brand. And that's what I think, you would try and do.
That's just self-indulgent, isn't it?
Well, or it's just good PR. That's what I'm saying, because that's what I've always loved about you, because that passion...
I just hate that combining art, which is, drum-based music, with the typical marketing business shit. Yeah. I try and, separate the two.
No, I agree. That it probably could be more organic, which is why, actually, one of the reasons why I love the 170 guys. You know what I mean? Because they do a little bit of that as well. They're always promoting different things, different music out there, because they're just passionate about the music, Rob and Alex. You know what I mean? They're just doing what they're doing. Yeah. And I respect them for that, and fair play to them. But no, you've got your opinion on it, and that's why I've always respected you, because you've never been afraid to give it. And
no, man.
We've always had long, heated discussions about different things, and it's
let's have a little bit of that weird shit.
That weird shit. It's not it. And that's marshmallow leaf, people. You can buy it on Amazon. I should put a little sponsored link in the description, see if I can get some money off it. So it's a sponsorship. Marshmallow leaf. Buy it now. No, that's not an advert. YouTube, it's not advert. I just happen to be smoking it and I happen to like it. It's quite good. And it's been helping me because I found that weed. Well, I still will probably start to smoke weed, but tobacco is out. I've got a.
Mate, I've got a little saxophone-shaped pipe.
No, right, yeah. I've got a pipe. I've got one of Helen's ones.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man.
Do you know what I mean? But it's better than the drugs I was doing last year. So it's because that was problematic. Even when oh man, yeah.
It's okay to dabble. Here and there, just don't overdo something where you have to quit it because it's destroying your life.
Well, that's
discipline.
Well, discipline's important, but I didn't have discipline in that instance.
Yeah, it's hard.
I had a bit of a problem, and it wasn't going to go away until I the problem was related to that relationship, so it was like I had to decouple from that relationship in order to get rid of that problem out of my life. But I didn't know I had to do that. I didn't know that then. Do you know what I mean? I thought that's what I wanted, and then it was like it was so messy, horrible. But you're happy now.
I'm very happy. Yeah. Oh, the thing is, I'm always happy.
You are.
People always come and try and like fuck up my shit, and it's like you can't fuck it. You can't touch this, innit? MC Hammer. Like I've got my career, fucking. I've got my skills. I've got my health. I've got, I'm one of them happy idiots. You know they say in Russia, if you smile for no reason, you're an idiot. Yeah. I'm one of them idiots.
Yeah.
Literally, my family hate it. They're just trying to fucking just put me down because I'm not married. I ain't got this and that, and it's like. All you should care about is that I'm happy and healthy.
I don't like that saying.
This is like traditional Serb folk, yeah.
But it's Latvia as well, I noticed, when I was in the shops trying to like small talk with people, everyone was like, what the fuck are you doing? Just buy your shit and get out. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't try and be smiling. What are you smiling for? Yeah, and I'm like, oh, good morning. And it's like, what are you coming out for?
I'm just high on life, man.
I'm just high on life. I was like... I mean, it was interesting. That was like a real culture shock for me there in Latvia because I kept trying to be friendly with people, and she was like, "Why is everyone so fucking unfriendly here?" But it weren't. It was just like, just get on with your shit, just buy your shit, get out. We don't need to be friends. Like, do you know what I mean?
Chit chat.
I get it. I can respect that. At least the queues go down quicker. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing worse when when you're in a supermarket queue, and you got that maybe someone in front of you, and you've only got like a couple of items. You've got someone that's in front of you with loads of items, and they sort of want to then have a chit chat with the cashier, and it's like. Can't you see there's like 12 people behind you? Why are you talking about your daughter's college application? It's like, it doesn't...
I think you should move to Latvia.
No. I wouldn't do very well. Although I do love Latvia. I love Riga. I did a couple
I'm stoned.
No, you're not. It's just, there's no weed in it. There's no weed. It's just marshmallow. I'll write you one. Again, this really is marshmallow. I don't know if I can show it on camera.
But I don't know.
No, it is. Hold on. I'm going to put some... It's not weed. The thing is, it really does look like weed, so it's like it's quite bad. But like, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it's going to zoom in on me.
It looks like green.
It does
leaves.
look like, yeah, it does.
So you're not doing well to say there's no weed.
I know it does look like weed, but it's not weed. So go and Google it now. Wait, listen to this. Google it. Stop it, and then Google it. And then So how long were you doing Blue Mountain? Because I really loved Blue Mountain. 4
years, man. So this is the thing. I'll go to a club and be like, look, we're a bunch of underground artists. We'll come, do our thing, not fussed about money. It'd be really nice just to have your venue, make some sort of a revenue split, whatever you want. We're here, we've got good promo, we've got videos. And they really appreciate that. They're like, wow, these are actually genuine nice people.
Yeah.
So they let us have it free rent. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then just let us have the door money and I split it between my boys.
Right.
And that's how it's always been. And people that are involved, they know that, And if I've always had a good job, so I'll be like, oh, let's get a headliner this time, and I'd fucking pay for it myself. I still wouldn't even keep the fucking money. I'd spread it out with all the fucking people. So,
the model of your parties were always very different.
And I always just saw it as an investment. It was never a loss. And because it was almost like a private party, but you lot can come if you want. So it wasn't depending on ticket sales. So there wasn't that desperation stress. It was just like, it's all paid for. I'm just going to do some videos and have fun with it. Because I always said to myself, when it starts being shit, I'm going to stop. And it's had its ups and downs with, personalities that have been involved. But I try and have a filter of nice people, and it does have a fucking good people magnet. All the people that get in touch, all the people that came to Croatia, they're still good friends. I see them making tunes together. Like even from the beginning, it was a bit of a networking party because you'd get the label people that come down. I remember Flex Out would come in. It's where where they met hieroglyphics and fucking Talim and they're all gone off to do amazing things together now. So it has been a bit of a a meeting point.
Yeah, shout out Tom Flex Out.
Yeah, man, I saw him the other day.
Yeah,
he passed me in a restaurant.
Do you know what? I'm going to call him out actually because he did a really good thing. I really like what he did. He called me up about 2 months ago, and I love what he did because what he did. I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but he was just slightly concerned because he said that he doesn't feel like he's done enough to try and just sort of diversify the artists on his label.
That's cute.
And he sort of was calling me as Black Junglers Alliance, and he said, I want to try and make a change and try and see if I can try and get some different artists on there and different people. Now I don't know whether he's managed to find anyone or managed to sort of change it. I don't know. He hasn't come back to me. But what I do like is that he was prepared to call me up and have a conversation, and I think there's a lot to be had from that, and so I've got to big him up for that.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. He's always been a nice lad.
He used to live with me and in Brixton. Yeah, mate. He moved to London. I helped him find a place.
Where's he from?
fuck knows, he was in Nottingham maybe at the time. He was running events up there.
Right.
And then he was with his missus. I found him a place in London. And then they fell out. He moved in with me, and then so did Sweet Pea, and them two got together, But yeah, there was a funny story where I shanked the fridge.
You shanked a fridge?
I shanked the fridge. There was loads of ice, and I used a knife to break it up, and then all of a sudden there was like this leak of a gas. And he put on Facebook, well, Milena's just shanked the fridge. There's a sound of gas leaking. What shall I do? It's so funny.
It's like you're stabbing at all the ice in there. Yeah, I do that.
But yeah, it was a crazy little time, that flat I had in Brixton. You know, we'd have parties. We had residency at Dogstar for 2 years. Everyone would come back. It was the most stunning view. I remember once there was a party. It was shoulder to shoulder, man, in the house. But big up John Wesley, my old landlord. He's still good, man.
Yeah.
Still
you enjoy living in Brixton?
I loved living in Brixton. Southwest is the best, isn't it?
No, fuck that, man.
Although I've just moved to back up to Finsbury Park. I live in I think it's quite amusing, my living situation actually. So I live in a music studio, and I look after 2 big warehouses with 150 music studios in, and that's the same place I lived in Bristol. So it's the same management company, Styley Corporation, with Triple E, Styley. And basically I moved there like because I had to leave the flat in Brixton. I was like, fuck it, let's go Bristol for a bit, and ended up living in this studio. I had a window for a bit, and then I moved into a smaller one to save money because I seen Skitty at the time. He was in Vietnam, and I was like, I'll just have a look.
Shout out Skitty.
I was like, I'll just have a UK base, and I'll go see him. You know, no point wasting money here. And then they were like, oh well, we've seen that you've been cleaning actually, so you're better than the cleaners. So we're gonna sack them and just don't pay rent. I was like, so I had like a fucking free studio in central Bristol. And I was their cleaner for like 4 years, and then I moved to London, and now I'm doing exactly the same thing for them here. And I got a lot of debts from all the festivals shit I've been doing in Croatia, so it's literally a lifeline. I got a big job, but I didn't see any of the money. But it's life, innit? And you know, fuck money, you know, just I'm at my best when I got no money anyway. All I do is stay in and make tunes and get on my shit. There's so much to do. So.
There's a lot of truth in that, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of truth in that.
Yeah.
I mean, are we going to see Noise Test again next year?
Yeah. 30th of June.
You already got a date?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you haven't told me.
I know, because it's top secret stuff.
Okay.
Heard it here first.
So this is exclusive?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, we've got a fucking... the most famous club in Croatia that's on the coast. It's got an open air. It's an open air club. It's got a pool. It's got an inside as well. Yeah, man. Yeah, more news coming.
Okay, so expect to see me on that lineup.
Obviously.
I hope so.
Do you know one thing I noticed? I was like, you know, when I had the fallout with that guy and I was discussing, I was like, hold on a minute. There's this white guy fucking bringing down this white woman, yeah, whose whole lineup was black. Like, it didn't even click until, like, I didn't even think about it. But all my favourite artists are black, like Equinox, Genotype, like you, Fresh Old. Do you know what I mean? And it was just a natural thing that I didn't even fucking notice.
And he would be the first to admit you don't really book
fucking
black
Amit,
artists.
fucking Loxy, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these are the true dons, man. And I had this guy who was just so deluded just try to destroy my world over something that he made up in his head, and I was like, wow. I
just think you two are just more similar than you both prepared to admit.
No, we're not, mate. I'm not fucking crazy.
No, but he's not crazy either.
No, he fucking is.
No,
you know he is.
No, he's not. No, hold on.
Like, don't make me tell the whole story.
No, you can tell you can say what you want. But I know him. I've known him.
He's deluded.
No, hold on.
He was hearing things.
Hold on. I've known him 20 years.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, he's as not crazy as you're not crazy.
No.
Because if you're saying he's crazy, he's saying you're crazy.
No.
And like, but hold on. I was in the middle. I was in the middle of that shit.
He walked in. Yeah, I know you were.
Right.
And
you both basically sound the same. That's all I'm saying.
You were the reason that I said to him, "You're a prick," because he was telling you about the lies about the recording.
Yeah.
And there was even a fucking post we put. I even walked into your car. Sorry, sat in your car, and I heard the recordings, and you said to your mate, "No, turn that off. That's from the launch night." That didn't happen because those recordings don't exist. That is delusion.
No,
that is delusion.
No. He just.
That's worrying.
Well, that's mistaken.
No. That's like he's there using that as a fucking blaze to flatten me. It's like, yeah, but there's no base there.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk truth. Like, you're deluded.
Yeah.
Stop smoking weed. You're fucking tripping. You're hearing things.
But what I'm saying is that I think that if there was a moment where both of you could have taken a breath and just sat down,
No, because it's too many wrongs from his view. Yeah. He told everyone, basically, we'd done a launch night, the recordings were fucked because I put the recorder into the wrong setting and it was all in the fucking red the whole night and it was the biggest fucking lineup. Guy called Gerald, fucking chef was there, you were there, Threshold. And this dude's saying that I fucking lied about the recordings being distorted because he said he wanted to put them on his website. I'm like, is that how important you think you are? You think that I would just hide Guy called Gerald launch Noise Test fucking festival to spite you?
And I said that, and listen, Elena, I said that too.
Yeah, I know, but it made no difference because you still continued to spread the rumours and tell everyone I'm a lying dickhead. And I was like,
but that's what I'm saying. The delusion that you claim you have is just like it's almost like you've got a mirrored delusion about how crazy he is, and it's just like
no. Let's talk facts.
All right.
He thinks that I'm lying about recordings fail, and he thought he heard him playing my car. Double fail. I've done nothing apart from pay for his fucking holiday and invited him into my night. And it was like, I have a filter which is all nice people, and he was like the little final little worm that got in, and because of that argument, Mixmag fucking cancelled my interview, and it was just like raw.
Well, look, Melanie, you're my friend.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
I'm gonna tell you one.
Okay, is that all right? I think it's because of how you're publicly kind of going at things. That's why.
Yeah, but I didn't care.
I know you didn't, but that's why the Mixmag.
Yeah, but it's fine.
I mean, I don't think it was necessarily him that scuppered it.
Yeah, but obviously, I'm happy to fucking lose everything to say what I fucking would just bring the truth out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And all the people that came out fucking this and that, I was like, you owe me a fucking holiday. You owe me a holiday. You're fucking this and that.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
Yeah.
You can't fucking come at me trying to fucking all bully me, and people still. Do you know how many people added me as a friend throughout that fucking?
I'm sure, but you probably lost a few too, and it's just one of those things. It's par for the course. But I think this is what I love about you, because you see, I think you're open and truthful about what you want to do. And I don't think everyone's like, I'm not talking about this as an individual anymore, I'm just talking about in general. And I don't think everyone thinks it the same way. I think there are people that sort of think, well, you're a promoter, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be doing the other. I always saw your event as like, it was like an extension of, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but it was like a sort of it had a squat party kind of vibe to it. Not that it wasn't.
No, but that's because of the low minimal events we've done in Croatia.
Yeah,
it's like low budget, but obviously in England it's been going
No. But I know you were using clubs, but I mean, you were still at the Blue Mountain rather, you know what I mean? Sort of other places which had that. And I'm not saying it was a squat party, but I'm saying it had that, like Distant Planet has got that sort of, that sort of squat party edges to it.
Yeah.
That's what I always felt with yours, but it was just with different music, more challenging music.
You know what I mean?
Definitely friendly. Definitely friendly. I mean, I love that part.
And you did people over there and the small
and you
people
did support women. You did support artists of colour very, very strongly.
Before it was even spoken about.
Before it was even spoken about. Yeah, no. It's fair play. You booked me loads over the years.
Girls' nights.
Yeah, she did. You were doing all that stuff before EQ50 and Black Jungle's Lights come along, and I appreciate that. And it's not like those two brands are the only things that are going to change anything. But I think that it was always something that you were strongly.
But I don't know why I'm some black sheep in the scene. It's like they're all going on about supporting women and they just ignore everything I'm doing. It's like, do I know any other drum and bass female DJs that have got a mix of their own productions online since the beginning of time? Because I've got about 5. Like, why is it being ignored?
All right. Why do you think there aren't more female producers?
What?
Why don't you think there's more female producers?
Because everyone's having babies. They're not actually prepared to sit down and spend 20 hours fucking tweaking a fucking kick drum. That takes a special madness.
I was about to say, I almost smacked my drink out there. That takes a special madness.
No, that's true.
That's a great quote.
It's like, you'd be literally fucked in the head to do that. And that's what artists are. They're like fucking, geniuses that go got a screw loose. That's us, man. Like, not saying genius, but when you're fucking obsessing and you love something so much, that's what you do. And it was one of the things that, I hated the whole guilt tripping of the boys. I actually, you know what? This is bad, but I was actually going to start an anti-feminist movement.
God damn.
And I was going to have T-shirts that say, men taught me everything I know.
God damn.
Yeah, because it's true.
God damn.
I wouldn't be where I am now without boys.
Right, okay.
I was taught how to MC, I was taught how to DJ. It was all boys, and they don't get the recognition. They're fucking dedicated. A lot of it, they're down, they're hermits, they're just finding this fucking solace in this fucking art and technical thing that... You can't just bombard in there like, yeah, I need a shortcut because I got tits.
Yeah.
Like, fucking what the fuck? That's like,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Okay, I do.
But I do try and understand that we want to change all that.
100%.
You know what I mean? So, okay, get the opportunities and all that. But if the girls don't want to do it, you can't be like, oh, they're being shunned out. Do you know what I mean? They're just not into it.
No.
And I noticed that, you know, when I'm doing promo, when I'm giving out flyers, you know, you got the numbers. The boys click on the links the most on Facebook advertising because they're interested.
Yeah.
You know, you got the boys at the raves, you got the boys making tunes, the boys taking... It's like, the girls are just not into it. So, I don't think it's...
Do you not think they can get into it like you did?
Well,
how would you...
I love the healthy competition. I don't want a shortcut. I want to compete with the best, and the best are the boys. So, to me, that is an honourable thing to be like, I stood out and I got noticed. I'm
Just
not still that. To me, it's like a fucking amazing goal. Like, do you know what I mean? And to actually achieve it, it would be the most incredible thing in the world. But what I don't like is, you know, the closed doors of the labels where there's this little funnel of hope, you know, for these producers and they're sending this stuff to labels and they're not even listening. And that's why noise exists, because it's giving light to all the dying tunes on all the hard drives and all these artists that got hundreds of beats that are just doing nothing. So it's like, come unleash only that stuff. So it's a concert night strictly for those dying forgotten tunes, and they turn out to be the fucking best tunes.
They do. I mean, well, it's funny. The other morning I went and I was going to the kitchen, and then Dave was playing something, and I thought he was making a tune of his own. I was like, oh, it sounds alright. He goes, oh, it's Milena. I was like, oh, that's alright. It's like, it's funny.
Yeah, that's nice.
So it was really nice, actually. It was a good tune. And you've always made amazing tracks, and that's what I could. And if I'm being honest, you know, well, I'm always tried to be.
I was improving. Do you know what I mean? Like, I started backwards with the creativity, and then I want to, you know, get my production up to speed with the, you know, the loudness and the proper ways. But,
no, well, that's I think that's what everyone does, really. Because now this year is where I've got to the point where it's like, I can make the tunes, I just need to get the quality of them.
I'm so happy to hear you back on the tune making. Dave was he's got studios, Legend Now, he's been making. I was like,
I've been making a lot.
I saw that little video recently on Instagram. I was like,
that was funny because we were literally joking about, and he said, Esteban Perry, I'm going out to, I would be in Orlando and Miami from the 9th of January, by the way. I know you drink it now. I've been in Orlando and Miami and Fort Lauderdale from the 9th till the 25th of January. Esteban's sorting it out, and we were chatting on, it was a group chat, MMA drum and bass thing, and he goes, we were talking about, you know, bad man this or whatever, and then he goes, he said, well, you saw what he said in the video, innit? And then I was like, oh man, that's wicked.
You're a bad man.
You're a bad man. I'm a bad man. So I was like, bad man, you know what I mean? And it's actually right. It's actually right. So it was quite fun. So I'll definitely be playing that. But I like that. That's what I love about drum and bass, because you can make a vocal a melody. You know what I mean? If you know what I speak, and you know, sort of stuff. You know, I've always done tunes.
Absolutely, the tune. One of the best tunes I made recently was with my mate, and I was like trying to explain to her that you don't need a professional mic. Your iPhone is good enough. I was like, come on, just say anything. She just said some shit. I was like, upload it to Dropbox now. Send me the link. Downloaded it. Put it in. And it was just like. You know, people always got hurdles. They make excuses. Oh, I haven't got this. I haven't got... Just make it work, man. It's just playing around with sound. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? That lo-fi sound's even big at the moment. Fucking hell. You don't need professional fucking shit until you get to, obviously, you know...
Do you think that... Someone that I was with before, she said that one of the reasons why she thinks women don't... And I don't know whether this is... you know... This feels wrong to me, but this is what she said. She said that the doors are... geared for, you know, a techie, nerdy brain sort of thing, so that, like, you know, that they're not necessarily for something that necessarily a woman can... I don't really believe in this, but that's what she said. But she said, but I don't really believe this, but she's saying that she doesn't think that women feel comfortable using a door in that way, that maybe they should find you know, like an Ableton or Ableton or Logic or whatever, so that it could be easier for... I mean, I didn't really get it, because I was like, look, well, women use, you know, not Dream with, you know, Photoshop and... You know, you've got with graphic designers, they use Photoshop.
Gamers.
Yeah, it's gamers. I mean, I don't think that's the problem.
It's a known fact that when a woman does a man's trade, she's usually as good as the best man.
Yeah, okay.
Which is pretty fucking cool and special little cute coincidence, yeah? But I gotta say, I was at this little friendly little private festival recently, and I've got this like mind game that you play. It's like a word game, la 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 la. And it was quite funny because I was trying to teach this guy and this girl how to play it, and the guy just got it. And the girl, it was like she just had this barricade, and it was like something in her brain just stopping her intelligence. Not saying she was stupid, she was just like, no, I can't do it. And I was like, yes, you can. Like, and I was trying to explain it to her, and it was almost like, and there's a thing of like people are actually scared of their own achievements, you know.
Is that
it's
the
like,
imposter syndrome? Is that what they call it?
I don't fucking know, man, but it's sometimes
a feeling of like you don't.
Like girls are obviously emotional, you know. Men are maybe more logical. You know, there's a difference of some sort. Obviously, it cross matches and la la la. But I don't know. I don't know if that's the center point of it. You know, it's like they're just like I said. It's when do you find a girl that can tweak a bass for fucking 20 hours? I mean, like it's a special kind of obsession, and I don't know, maybe it's years of, I don't know, like, you know, looking after children that's prevented them from stepping up in that sense, or
it's just that, I don't know, it's more subtle. I mean,
or it's a different type of thinking, you know. Women are better vocalists, poets, like, I don't know, whereas that's a lot of focus. It's very like, you know, the male, it's very, I don't know. Maybe it's a difference in brain. I don't know. But
it sounds like sort of Jordan Peterson-esque, innit? You know what I mean? like, you know what he's sort of been saying.
But it just is what it is, and I don't think it should be like a guilt trip. I think it should just be.
Do you think like female
finding even what they're good at?
So do you think
and embracing
female
that?
producers or female DJs, sorry, like are getting opportunities they probably don't deserve? Then do you think, or?
No, not at all. In
like,
fact, I think that DJ and the producer thing should be quite separate, because, you know, back in the day you had DJs and you had producers, and now they'll only book you if you're a good producer.
If you're a good producer,
they'll presume you're a good DJ, but that's like wanting a Superman on a stick. Do you know what I mean? It's like actually destroyed a bit of the DJ thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's very few. I mean, even all the DJs that were DJs are now starting to be more producers. Like, I mean, Bailey, for example, was always like that DJ that didn't seem to produce that much, and now he's producing loads. And I don't know why.
It's a natural journey.
It is a natural journey.
Like,
I mean, I
love
like that.
Sound. You're gonna play with it.
Yeah, and he's doing that project now with Marlon as well.
But it's just quite drum works. But yeah, it's just funny. I remember once it was a thing where I was really addressing it, but now it's just a norm. You know, and I hate to bring up Mr. Bishi, but that was where his downfall was.
I brought him up the other day.
Yeah, do you know what? I met him at Seagull Garden and we got in the same taxi. He's a nice guy. I think he's had a lot of head fucks, and this scene can really fuck up your head.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But let me just finish what I'm saying.
Yeah, go on, please. And I'll tell you something about it.
He obviously got booked because he was an incredible producer. He'd just done an album on hospitality, and they must have just presumed he was a good DJ. So he cheated and he played the pre-recorded CD. He got caught out, and his fucking reputation died. And it's like,
yeah, but you know what he's been doing since then, though, right?
Well, loads of anti-fucking like racist shit online.
Yeah, because right. So I was talking about it the other night because we were talking about. I was talking about it with Booty, and I said that I think I don't know if he truly subscribes to everything he's been saying since he got dropped. I don't know him personally, but what I will say is this: he was forced to play out. He didn't want to play out.
Yeah, exactly. I can imagine. I guessed that. I didn't know that.
He didn't want to play out. And the only little sliver I'll give him is that he just was like, well, fuck it, I'll just do this. And
it's like, they're going to pay me loads of fucking money. I've got to pretend I can DJ. Fuck it. Yeah. And then Arcade's girlfriend, Lindsay, innit, took the killer shot. And the whole scene was just like, you're fucking this and that. And then just killed him. And it was like, I can't, like, that Mr. Bishi Printer Jam music video was one of the best music videos I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's a real shame. And I think there's a bit of an obsession with cancellation in the scene of people get pleasures of seeing people cancelled. It's like, oh, less competition for me, and it's like,
possibly,
on, man.
But then, you know, he doesn't have to go that way. I mean, it's really dumb, because that's what I said when I was there.
He was very destructive.
I think he's self-destructive a bit, because the thing was
mental health issues. I think, like,
well,
I mean, I'm an immigrant. I'm very against it, but it just because I met him and I thought he was quite a sweet person. I was like, this doesn't sound like him, but I can totally.
It was sweet in the moment.
Totally understand how drum basing can fuck your head up. To the point of like
what to spouting about, you know, monkeys in, you know, Hackney and stuff.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, no, you need to see some of his rants. I mean, look, like I said, I was giving
that guy then.
Yeah, maybe don't defend him too much.
I'm just saying, yeah, he was a producer, he wasn't a DJ.
Medica says Mitsubishi wasn't that bad. No, he said some heinous shit.
I've got a lot of forgiveness, man. Like,
no, I know. Well, maybe, but he said some heinous shit, and I don't truly believe.
I've only seen the immigrant shit. Which
I haven't. Yeah, you haven't seen it.
I've forgiven him as an immigrant.
Well,
But,
you know, I'm not going to forgive him as a black man. He's not going to call me a monkey and let me forgive him. He's not going to call it.
That's not
yeah,
cool.
no, it's not cool. And the thing was, some of them, I'm not going to lie, some of the rants were funny. I can't help it. The way he wrote it, it was making me laugh because he was using really old school. He was using like wogs and stuff. He was using really old school slurs. You know what I mean? And I love old school racial slurs.
Cool.
I know, but I love old school racial slurs.
So what, is he just some posh kid or something?
I don't know. I never met him. I think he's quite well. I don't know. I mean, if you ever,
Sounds like that world.
Do you know what I mean? If you ever want to come on, mate, and you think you got the stones, and then yeah, definitely. But I doubt that will happen. But you know, I mean, you know, I do like my old school racial slurs, like you know, Golly Wonka and Mango Muncher. That was hilarious.
They're out of touch, like the
Tories. Yeah, but Mango Muncher is hilarious because anyone can munch a mango. It's not specific to black people. It's really weird.
I fucking love mangoes.
Do you know,
what's wrong with munching a mango?
Exactly, it's so weird. And I remember actually, me and Steve Survival, we had this conversation years ago when we were pals. We were living together, and I was like, I was explaining Mango Muncher to him, and I said, you know, that's like calling an Irish person a spud muncher. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's so dumb because anyone can eat a potato. And then I made a tune called Spud Muncher, which then DJ Flight signed for her label, which is hilarious.
I made a tune called Shit Liquor.
Shit Liquor, yeah. I've got a lot of tunes about the EXO, so yeah, I've got a whole album's worth. That was my therapy. But yeah, and so like, you'll see some names.
That's the best tunes though.
All
when
my
you're
tunes
in a low place.
Yeah, all the tunes.
I think it's because you need extra entertaining to come out of your hole, so it has to be really impressive.
Out of your hole? What?
Yeah, no, because you're down.
Oh right, okay, yeah. To get some out.
Something to get you out. It can't just be any old shit. It has to be really good. So you go the extra mile to make it really good to be pleased with it. And I think that's a good thing. You know. Not saying, you know, only make tunes when you're depressed.
No. But I mean, I was making tunes with tears in my eyes. It was embarrassing, but it was like they were good though. They come out wicked, man. It's like
I've got a couple of heartbreak tunes.
It's got to be done, innit? Do you know what I mean? But then you make tunes. You know, I made tunes. The person I'm seeing now, the first date we went on, you know, I came back after it like, on a high and just wrote this tune. Like, and it was brilliant.
Oh.
And because she made me so happy, and I was really pleased to be in that situation, and I hope it continues. And she, you know, it's, you know, when you meet someone, you know, you meet someone recently, and you know, you meet someone that's inspiring, isn't it? You know, you sort of become your muse a little bit.
It makes you see sides of yourself.
Yeah,
a little refresh.
Definitely. And I mean, also living here with Dave, Subject 13. I live with Subject 13. Album out next year, RNS.
Doing the music be different.
Oh yeah, you should definitely do some. There's a little, because you know, he's a football fan, I'm a football fan. There's a tiny bit of competitiveness because sometimes I'll come out and be like, Charlie, that sounds quite good, man. We'll have to get on the tunes today. You know what I mean? And I'll come back in there and I'll make something and he'll be like, oh, that's so good. You know, I won't do my Dave impression. I won't do my Dave impression. You know, because he uses his hands a lot, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
The friendly giant.
This is what it is.
BFG.
Well, no, he's Black Hulk, man. That's what I mean. I've been calling him, he's Black Hulk. I've always called him Black Hulk. But then I've been calling him World Breaker Hulk recently. And, but there's all these, you know, all these different versions I call him. Different things. But it's funny watching him because he is such a lovely soul, but there's moments when he starts talking about certain things and he clenches his fists.
Oh yeah.
And you realise how big his fists are.
Oh fucking hell.
And it's like, okay, yeah, that's a problem. But yeah, I do love him dearly. He's my family now, and it's just,
Dave.
yeah, he's the best. Subject 13. Go and educate yourself.
I came here to see you, and then ended up being best mates with Dave, and now
we'll
come here and you're never real.
I know because I said to Dave, can you please tell me later that I'm not avoiding that. I'll just keep being out when you're here.
Yeah,
it's like you brought the cake around the other day, but I was well.
They didn't have chocolate.
I'm not crazy
like, when
about
do you meet a person that doesn't have chocolate, let alone two people that live in the same house don't have chocolate?
Well, because, you know what I mean? I don't know, but that's why I got a six-pack. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say. I don't know. I like chocolate. I'm not against it. I've got nothing against it. It's just I'm not crazy about it. Do you know what I mean?
I'm just racist.
I'm self-hating. It's like I'm trying to keep eating myself. No, but I mean, I'd rather have like a tiramisu.
Oh.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Or like, what's your favourite dessert? Come on, let's do desserts.
Oh. Favourite desserts. I do like trifle.
See? That's what I'm saying. I'd rather have a trifle.
But I do like hot chocolate brownie with ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they oven it. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, actually.
I do like my hot and cold puddings.
Yeah, I must admit. But bread and butter pudding, man.
Lychee ice cream.
Lychee ice cream, okay. But
apple pie, custard.
I do a bread and butter pudding with croissant instead. Yeah, you use croissant instead of That's always good. And you just make
Good thing we're not smoking weed. We'd be fucking hungry.
It'll be a problem, yeah.
Which like, just talking about pudding.
What I'm going to do, well, hopefully Marlon, not Equinox, Assassin, DJ Assassin, we've been joking, he's going to come on. And I said, look, you got to come at Christmas. You got to bring a bottle of...
Oh, we should do something for Christmas.
Yeah, no, so what I might do, and maybe you come back as well, because like we'll we'll do it at the living room, we'll just sit and just get pissed and stoned and just like, do it.
That's
So
nice.
sort of do like a sort of impromptu drink champs. And then what's brilliant is that Esteban, I love you, man. I think he's going to be organising a little something when I go out to America, and I'll be able to sit with a few American artists and just get pissed and on camera and talk about some crazy shit. So but hopefully we won't end up in any anti-Semitism or anything like that. But do you know what I mean? But I'll be talking about him last two podcasts. I'm going to not go into that route because we've done all that now. Okay. But so what do you think? So next year, June 30th.
Yeah, but I got this new job and I'm just trying to still crawl out of my financial little hole. But it'll take a few months.
But with everything going well,
I'm gonna keep it cheap. Yeah. Probably a couple of headliners and just the crew, just to do something in Croatia. I got the club for nothing. Got a nice little deal with the promoter, with the owner. Just gonna be fun, man.
What's the name of your friend again who was out there with you? The Croatian guy, big friend.
Oh, Balin.
Balin, yes. Shout out Balin. Shout out to Balin. Love him, man. He's wicked, man.
That's my partner in Croatia.
Yeah.
Who's man. Like,
if you do after parties, don't do them so remote, man. Jesus Christ.
Do you remember that? Do you remember my car?
Why would you?
CDJs on the fucking boot.
You put CDJs on the boot.
You know that car? I gave it away the same day Skibbity died.
Oh shit.
So it was like R.I.P. car day. R.I.P. Skibbity and car day.
Car day. All right, okay.
So I remember it every year. We're gonna do a little celebration, but that car's seen some stuff.
I bet that car was, I mean, like, I fell asleep, mashed up, I was covered in, like, when did he come back from that other place?
Oh, the mosquitoes.
Oh my God.
Mosquitoes. Because we were near, like,
the water, innit?
The water, and it was all, like, the windsurfing, low water, some marsh and that. So I think it was just, but they just swarmed, didn't they? And then went.
Absolutely. I mean, you could feel them munching on it.
But it's thank you for coming to explore these random, and it's quite funny, the Croatian thing. It's actually, it goes against us to just not have a certain one location that everyone's like, oh yeah, let's go back there. We know exactly what to expect. I know that it's a risk to move it around, but because it's my country, I want to explore it. I want to sell people like the picture of it's not expensive. It doesn't have to cost this much to have fun, to go to another country. The beer isn't £4, it's £1.
Yeah,
and give them the fucking not like rake it in and make money on everything. Make people come and explore and find their own way, not mummy them. And that was general idea of noise test.
I think you've done really well, mate. I've done really well, and I think it should be commended. I mean, look, no one, we've all had challenges and everything going through. I mean, I know I certainly have a technicality, and I hope when I bring it back next year I won't have so many challenges, but I think promoting's fucking hard. And
Can't do technicality in Croatia.
I mean, yeah, I'll gladly do it. I mean, like, it's 25 years of In Perspective Records.
Really?
It's officially sort of like October this year will be 25. Well, I think it's October, September. I think it was when we first put it. But like the first release didn't come out until, like sort of next year will be 25 years, if you know what I mean. So even though it was like I think it says 1997 on the label, but I think, and I pressed it in 1997, and the label started in 1997, but I don't think the first release came out until 1998. So like that's why next year will be 25 years. Is that your message?
That's all good.
Okay, I was going to see if we could do some live message and see what it's up to.
No, but that's cool, man.
Oh, we got to shout out Jungle Train as well, because they've been representing for drum and bass, the underground, for over 25 years now. Wow. Jungle Train. I mean, I don't think Arnie's running it anymore, but I think it's still in existence. It's still going.
Yeah.
And we've got to shout out all the guys there over in Holland and that.
Sick, man.
Yeah. So, are you going to be doing more sort of like video work for? I mean, do you do much for anyone else, or are you just sort of like focusing on your own time?
I'm just focusing on my career at the moment and making sure I got a good job that can cover debts and move things forward. And obviously, I've got my new camera, and that's always on standby. I've started to bring my flute out again, doing some sample packs. Just trying to. It's like a slow process of like. Now my job's like normal. It's like I had my first little month, and now it's like, you know, I've got my remote hours and at work hours, so I can like dedicate back to studio time, and you know, everything sort of start moving again. So yeah.
But what, we never really got to that actually. So so you came to this country when you were about 9.
Yeah.
But what were the tunes that you can remember that you got you into jungle?
It's just like the classics, man. Like you know, there's Jungle Mania and the tape packs that were just rolling around. You know, I was into R&B and hip hop big time, and then you had like the little remixes, DJ rap, and yeah, it was just, I think just the tape packs that really, you know, they're always playing in someone's car, and you know, and that's why actually I wanted to bring back with Noise Test, because I've got the SoundCloud account called Noise Bass Pack, which is basically Noise tape pack, and it's been an unlimited account since 2009 when it was £30 a month. Now it's about £8, but that's like 12 years of all recordings from all our parties, and you know, put up like a 6-hour block of fucking just like, you don't even know who's playing when, just douche. And you know, it's like, fuck Spotify, just go on there. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm really glad that I kept that going, because I'd done video uni. I bought a good recorder for sound and Foley, so I was always able to record these gigs with this really powerful little sort of DAT machine. So it turned out to be a bit of a secret weapon, you know, because those the SoundCloud was, you know, did us good.
Right, yeah.
And able to just put out the recording straight after the parties, and people don't do it enough, you know. Back in the day, that's what kept the scene going, and now everyone's really touchy with their little dubs and and it's like just fucking.
Well, like, you know, like putting up mixes afterwards. Yeah. I suppose, I understand it, but that's because of the platforms, and I don't agree with it. But I'm with you on this. I think it's a bollocks.
The tape packs, man. That's what kept the underground going. Like everyone had a tape pack. You go to the fucking record shop, and you get this massive fucking tape encyclopedia of one night.
I remember me and Dex had a massive row with the head of PR at them people there, and because I can't remember whose tune it was it Got Unglued, I think, and he had a tune. So one of the tunes got played. Oh, it might be Whiny, and one of the tunes got played by Randall, like on a mix, like months ago, because like, you know, he's a big fan of Randall. He gets into the tune. He played tune. And then just before Premiere was supposed to go up on whichever, you know, Mix Mag, DJ Mag, whatever it was, like that individual discovered that there was, and we were just like, don't worry about it, not gonna fucking know, who cares? But she fucking was going on and on, and I was like, you see, I said, this is the fucking problem. This is the problem with the scene. This is why. Like the soul is being sucked out of the sea, because of people like you fucking. Oh, she's a cunt.
Just trying to like find something, feel smart, like, oh yeah, found something no one else knows. Yeah, but you're gonna like destroy everything with that knowledge. Do you care?
Yeah, I mean, it's like no one cares. No one cares.
No one heard it.
Like that fan base don't give a shit that this fucking older black DJ played this tune 3 months ago. Exactly. No one cares.
Deep down, the more people, the better.
Exactly.
You know, they might be like, oh yeah, that sounds. Like, what is the damage in that? The damage is actually what you're doing.
But the thing is that, you know, someone that, you know, my good friend at Mixmate said, well, the problem is that if you run a platform like that and you say it's a Premiere, it's the first time you play online, and then someone goes, well, no, it's not, it was played in here, then you look like an idiot. So it's like, I get that, but still, it's just like,
yeah, but Premiere on its own being like, hey, this is the tune. There might be a mix, no one knows what the name is, no one knows who it's by.
Yeah, exactly.
The Premiere is actually being like, hey, this is the tune. That is a good point.
Yeah, because it wasn't that it was track listed. It was just that it was played. Exactly. Yeah. No, you're actually right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that still wasn't good enough for that dickhead.
Mate. No, trying to act smart, mate.
Oh, I hope she scars. I'm going to use a Lucy Gay joke.
That's what I mean. It's like, just don't know, man. Girls in the scene have just not done me well.
Don't say that.
I don't know, man. The amount of girls I've met, and it's always like, I do radio, and it's always, and then you go in their profile and it's just selfie, and it's just like, do you know what I mean? What are you doing?
Well, because I think that's because maybe we're on a bit of a plateau, and I think that, you know, if you take someone like Ahua, or, you know, Squiff, or Lady Jill. Well, Lady Jules does do a lot of selfies, to be fair. I love her to bits. But or Dark Phoenix, maybe. You know, not so much.
I'm a tomboy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've always been into sports.
Yeah.
I'm DJ. People don't even know Medica's a female.
Yeah.
I don't even have a profile.
Yeah.
Or shots, whatever they're called. So, I don't understand. You know, I just think it's shortcuts.
Right.
It's like, look at me looking beautiful. That's got nothing to do with music.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think there's some very prominent. I was told that. Well, I said that there's a very, 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 very well-known, female DJ, blonde female DJ, very good looking, with a very top producer, a couple, and I was told she should be allowed to express herself in any way she wants, and I agree with that. But then I'm thinking, like
let the work speak for itself.
Yeah, let it work. That's what I mean. I think.
Is there any work?
Well, no, because she doesn't make tunes. But that's what I'm saying. As far as I think she probably does now, or at least maybe a partner makes them for her. But I don't know. But it's like I just and I'm not slagging them off. I'm just I just think it's a shame because I think there are other people. Like I said, the Squiffs, the Dark Phoenixes, Ahua, who I think is an incredible Italian DJ. I was in Fabric for Leon Vinyl. He was in the main room. Like it was like a Wednesday evening thing. And then I went to the toilet and I'm hearing Paradox being played in room 2 in Fabric. I'm like, what the fuck's playing Paradox? Do you know what I mean? Who plays that? And then I walk through and I see this woman called Ahua, who's EHUA, she'd be akin to you really. And she's Italian, mixed race, dreads, and plays chocolate. And then she played at Exit Records and you know what I mean? She's about it. She's about it. So I would recommend her actually.
Yeah, send me links, man.
Yeah, she's definitely amazing.
Yeah.
But she's sort of like a female Loxy almost, you know what I mean? But that's not fair. That's not fair. You're in your own right. You're a Ahua. That's not
all
fair.
right then.
You know what I mean? But I think there is, a lot to be said for what the next, 5-6 years comes for in terms of all sorts of diversity. I mean, you're seeing with the whole queer, LGBTQ thing right now, I think there's definitely different sort of plateaus now that are going to be challenging the norms. And I think it's healthy. But you're right, I don't think, another DJ I know, a black female DJ, after the sort of Black Lives Matter thing, she said she felt uncomfortable with the amount of bookings she was getting. Yeah, because she knew...
I get that it's all going to be...
It was all
like,
sort of
tokenistic. We need to have a token black person to make us look good.
Yeah, and then she's a woman as well, so it's like black and a woman.
That. It's actually really sad. It is.
It's annoying. It's annoying, but at the same time, I'm really pleased for her because then she's getting the opportunities.
I think she's aware of it.
Yeah, she's aware of it. Yeah.
And, maybe give people a chance. People are learning, people are trying to be better. Some people weren't even aware.
DJ. Yeah.
But it's same in office. You there wouldn't be a law of you have to have or you should have a mixed race staff. That wouldn't exist unless it was
people were talking about it.
And no, unless it was just all white. They weren't letting black people in. Now there's laws like you have to have some fucking multiculturalism in your fucking office. And it's just sad that those laws have to exist.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I didn't entirely get on.
Accredited.
Yeah, but I didn't entirely get on with the Black Lives Matter thing because I was like, it's such a shame we have to even fucking say it.
I know, but I'm totally.
But I'm glad it happened. But I'm just like, I wish there was a better
I totally see the point of it. I think it was beautiful to see so many people over the world connect over something that was so tragic to watch. I don't give a fuck if that guy's on drugs or been arrested or fucking been in some, everyone's got shit, but you do not die in that way begging for fucking, you know what I mean?
It was an awful way for him to die.
Exactly. And people are still like, but he did this and he did that. Yeah, but
the only thing
that means all the people in the world that connected over it because they felt, they're all idiots, are they? They're just like, what? They're pretending. I don't understand why you would just dismiss everything.
But the only thing I don't like is that the only thing I don't like though is that you got Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and then people are putting him up in that same thing as
because he was the last straw. Up until that point, there was
the last straw.
Much of the black policemen fucking up the white policemen fucking up black people.
Yeah, but what about when black people would kill black people? Why does no one care then?
Yeah, but it was about the police. Okay.
I know, but it's like
everyone was like, oh my god, another teenager's been shot. Oh my god, another kid's been shot. And then that happened.
I know.
That was the peak of it. Yeah.
I saw Rodney King. I'm old enough to remember Rodney King. I'm old enough to remember Stephen Lawrence. My son was born during the Mark Duggan riots.
Exactly.
Yeah, my brother lost 12 teeth. 12 teeth by beating up by the police.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't think you can cancel that out
by
saying, yeah, but the black people as well.
No, hold on. Let me make my point. Yeah, of course they shouldn't be. I'm not defending the police. What I'm saying is it's irritating for me that you have, you know, these people that sort of died for a particular cause. They believed in something, they fought for it, and they died for a cause. And then this guy who, whatever he was, but now he's been put up almost in the same...
he started the movement without realising.
Breonna Taylor was a fucking in a bed. She's a mother of 3. She was a police officer. She was not police officer. She was like a valuable member of the community.
He didn't ask for that fame, though.
I know he didn't. I know he didn't. It wasn't even Michael Brown. Michael Brown was just selling cigarettes in the streets.
It was just a circumstance.
I know.
It was a pinnacle moment in time, and it was
just because everyone was in lockdown. No, it was just because it's lockdown. Otherwise, no one would have given a shit.
Nah, that was a brutal fucking footage.
No one would have given a shit if it wasn't lockdown.
Nah,
no one would have given a shit if it was lockdown.
Like I said, I think it was just a build-up.
There was a guy, but Milena, this is what I'm trying. You're not hearing because. There was people that were dying. You had Trayvon Martin. There was a guy who got shot. She was live Facebooking it. Yeah, did you see that one with the woman in the car?
This one instance made the whole world go, right.
Because it was lockdown. That
is enough.
Because it was lockdown.
No, it was the last straw, babe.
No, it wasn't. It was lockdown.
It was bubbling.
It was lockdown.
And it exploded.
It was lockdown. It was lockdown. I'm telling you, it was lockdown. It's the only reason why everyone gave a shit.
Man.
It wasn't. There was enough white guilt and enough frustration.
Good that people were watching more stuff online.
Yeah, I just don't think particularly gave a shit more. I just think it was just that there was more eyes on it because it's lockdown.
Good that there was more eyes on it.
What good? Where are we now? Look at the scene. Look at what everybody's happening. Look what happened with me. I ended up in fucking therapy. You know what I mean? I'm just like, you know, I think people put so much on that, and there was other people that had so much more to offer society that were killed in far more unfair ways that weren't talked about. Breonna Taylor's a prime example. And it was really frustrating for me. No, I'm not going to talk about that particular individual in any sort of negative way, but it was really frustrating for me that I was seeing murals of this guy. And I'm thinking, where's the Breonna Taylor murals? Where's the Trayvon Marvin murals? You know what I mean? Where's the, you know, right, Mark Duggan was, you know, might have been whatever criminal, but I don't know. I'm not going to comment on him. But I just think
it was the wall of silence from the police.
I know, but it's like with black people, we always have to have some sort of, you know, shitty person as like a, you know, as an icon, and I didn't accept that.
That's
I wanted,
unfortunate.
You know what I mean? It's not fair.
It's just really sad.
It's not fair. You know.
You know, that all these events happen, and then it gets to a point where enough is enough. It shouldn't even get to that point.
No, of course not.
Do you know what I mean?
But you know, it wasn't like a secret. You know what I mean? Black people. You know what Ilmatica said?
Some people, I don't think they're aware of it.
I mean, you know what Ilmatica said to me? I love him, and you know what he said to me? He goes, I'm fucking tired. When that whole fell thing out, he said, I'm tired. Because what he's tired of, what he meant was, he's tired of the surprise. Because he's saying, that was the one that got everyone... But what about all those other people? It wasn't the one before, it wasn't the one after. It was that particular one that got everyone fucking up in arms. But later, I saw a troop of white people from fucking top of Crystal Palace, right down into fucking Annerley Penge, all the way down, all holding Black Lives Matter things. But none of them had any black friends. My next door neighbour, we lived next to him for 8 years. They had the Black Lives Matter fucking thing in their window for months after that event happened. Did they ever once invite me and Helen into her house? And then after she died, did they ever invite me?
I understand it was a bit of a bandwagon.
It was just a shield to sort of go, people, I'm not racist.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah?
I know what you mean. There's some of that, but not all of it.
Not all of it, but a lot. A lot of people were like, you know, and people saying, you know, I've got to accept my privilege, and we've got to learn, we've got to grow. Fuck off. I'm sick of that shit. Just shut up. You know what's good, you know what's bad. All my good white friends like you, like Grant Goldenchild, like Sandy Senses, all my good white friends, they never had to learn and grow and learn and you know shit. They just know that this is good and this is bad. It's like, I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
That's what kind of got me up, got my back up about it, because it's like, you know, everyone was sort of saying, I had some awful conversations. Stupid woman from this fucking acting agency. I'm going to talk about her. I think I talked about her off camera last time. I'm going to talk about her on camera now. She's a fucking idiot. She was like a friend of like this woman I've seen sort of around the time, and she kept saying how I'm so upset that the actors are all upset with me because I keep putting them forward for, you know, rapists and muggers and stuff, and so like they've all come together and sort of like said, look, you stop putting us forward for fucking criminal roles. And then she's fucking crying down the phone. I'm like, why are you fucking crying? Stop crying. Stop crying. I don't want to hear your fucking white tears. You're giving me a fucking hard on, actually. That's what's happening right now. It's like, your white tears. Just fuck off. It was really annoying. Sorry, she got me fucking up there. But it just really annoyed me because it's just like, don't make out like you don't know what's not.
Yeah.
You know, but then, as me as a man,
surprise,
but me as a man, I have to respect, you know, that maybe saying this or acting in certain ways is a microaggression to a woman or all this sort of stuff, and I can get on board with that, and I can learn that.
I think if she's a professional, you need to have backup to everything that you're doing. Nothing can be a surprise. It's not like you haven't analysed what the fuck you're doing, and some people gathering forces against you. You're going to be like, oh my god, I didn't realise.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Self-analyse. Do you know what I mean? Like.
If
you've got reasons for what you're doing, give the reasons. Don't just start bawling like a child.
It was really annoying. I really hate when it just annoys me. Well, I won't say what No Nation said, but I'll tell you off camera. But it was, it was also saying these things that, no, I won't say.
No Nation says it like it is.
No Nation is.
But do you know what?
I really wish I could have done.
I'm glad you made up with X Nation though.
You know what?
I'm so
I never
glad.
really had any beef.
You had online beef, and then you met him in person.
He had beef with me.
Well, yeah.
He fell out with. He fell out. He knocked the boom off. Oh, he fell out with. I won't say that. Wait, is that still on?
Yeah. Still fine.
He fell out with someone in the group, in the Black Jungle Alliance private group, because that person made a joke. And said that white women should be licensed before they have children with black men.
Wow.
He was fucking joking. Because he's saying that, you know, he's basically saying that, you know, a racist white woman could just go and have a black kid, right? And, no, I won't say it, but that's happened. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's kind of happened in my family. And, like, you know, so it's not untrue. There are people that can place themselves in a relationship with a person of colour and have no desire whatsoever to understand that person's culture. All right. Yeah. I mean, I've pretty much dated these women, and it's always really upsetting when you kind of discover, oh God, I'm just a walking black cock to you. That's like, I mean, basically, you know, you don't really care about how I think, how I feel, what I'm about, what my experiences have been. I'm not really that important to you. You just like having me on your arm.
That's a very shitty, shallow person anyway.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that dating apps, I think dating apps are the problem. I was on Bumble, and I might do a separate little playlist of all my Bumble experiences because because it was really interesting how white women, and like people say, well, why are you dating white women? Because there was no black women on dating apps. So go fuck yourself, don't start that shit. I'll happily date black women. Any black women out there want to date me, get in touch. But anyway,
I should hook you up, Venetia.
Who's that? Is she fit? Well, yeah, we'll talk about it after. But what I'm saying is, I'm joking. I'm joking, mate. What I'm saying is that, you know, like, you know, I want to date who I like, and it doesn't matter if they're white or black. But I can do that. But the thing is, like what I've always said to you, I feel as though black people, as a rule, and I don't talk about black, I don't talk about Asian or anyone else, we're experts in white people, right? We have to navigate through a white world from the day we're born. And most white people just like, you know, they might listen to a bit of Michael Jackson or whatever, and that might be their first experience of that, of black culture. So they don't necessarily have to learn about us. We have to learn about white people in order to survive, in order to get on in the Western world. So you'll get someone from some rural area just outside London. You know, will have 2-3 kids. None of her kids will have black friends. She doesn't have any black friends. You know, doesn't have any desire. Nothing around them is of culture. But yet they get on a dating app and are swiping right on you. And you're like, why? All right, because I'm good looking at 45.
That, I've got friends in Croatia that, one particular, my neighbour, who's crazy about black girls because he's seen the rap videos. Right. Shallow. It's that basic. There's no black people there. It's a little village in Croatia. Yeah. And he's there at home watching these R&B videos going, I really fucking love and fancy black women. Yeah. And it's that simple. Okay. You know?
No, it could be. Well, it could be that simple, but I think the problem is, though, is he prepared to learn who that person is? If that person comes
No idea.
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem.
No idea.
Because you can fetishise us, and that's fine. And you can objectify us, that's fine. But if you want to date us... Yeah. You got to find out who we are. Exactly. You got to just and if we're open enough to actually, you know, speak about our experiences to you, don't take that as some sort of an attack. We're actually trusting you as a white person that, you know, we're open enough to sort of share our experiences with you. It's really frustrating when that happens and you just it's really sad because you think, well, what are you so defensive about? Like, what are you hiding almost?
You're winning. You're on top of the world. You rule the world.
Yeah, it's like, it's just like,
nothing
it's fine.
I say should fucking like,
it's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, is there anything else you want to get off your chest?
No, man. Like, just thank you for having me. I love you. I love that you're here with Dave. You've got a nice vibe. I'm nearby. I can just pop.
I know. It's wicked, man. We've got to do. We should do a tune for us actually.
Yeah.
Starting your back company. Do you know what I mean? Well, Melena. Right, hold on. He keeps calling you Melina. I'll call you Melena.
No, he's called me Gina.
No. But he keeps saying, which is it? Is it Melina or Melena? Yeah, see? Milena, see? That's what I mean. Dave.
Milena.
Dave. It's Melena, actually. Told you. Because he goes, is Melina coming? He's like, no.
I like it when people get it wrong sometimes. Melina.
Melina.
It's like, it's so cute.
Yeah, it's like Melina. Well, it's a London thing, isn't it? It's like Melina, isn't it? It's like, I'm going to lean on her. You know what I mean? Melina. Well, there you go. Well, look, mate. Thank you very much for coming.
Oh,
I appreciate it. And noise test next year, Croatia, June 30th, we hope. And you're doing London parties or anything like that, or maybe?
Yeah, just keeping options open.
Well, check all the
some residencies. Yeah, got some radio show.
I'm gonna have to get you on. I've never booked you actually. Oh, have I?
Yeah, you have.
I've booked you, haven't I?
What's that place down in?
It's like in Finsbury Park, wasn't it?
No,
I booked you
it
for
wasn't Silver Bullet. No, it was that place down in Peckham. Like,
Peckham
Right.
Yes, I did get you down to Rye Wax.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
an amazing
good
set
fun.
as well.
Apart from I did the classic turn the wrong CDJ off.
You turned the wrong CDJ off. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, you did. But that was when they were doing the roast, the Sunday roast, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I loved that. When 170 were down there, and you used to be able to go down and like buy a Sunday roast and sit there and listen to like, like Consequence and like all this deep, like,
Mate, I'm bringing that autonomic stuff back, I want to really that was my love. That's what got me back into drum and bass, the halftime stuff.
Yeah, the halftime business.
Genotypes,
I've got to get a genotype on there.
What's his name? Justin. Is literally the most talented person in the scene.
No
and
respect.
Do you know what?
No respect.
I see. Huh?
Well, I don't think he gets enough respect.
No, exactly. And he was throwing tunes out like there was no tomorrow, and I think people were just like, yeah, whatever. Became like, just daily. And I was still listening. I was like, rah, because 1 out of 10 it would be like next level banger, yeah. And it was only when I went on Instagram and tried to tag him that I saw all his tunes were there. So he's doing the proper back end distribution thing properly, and he's got a few aliases, Just Dubs.
Yeah. And he's Just Jungle as well.
Just Jungle.
Yeah.
And it's like he's way mastermind. He's way smarter than people presuming. And
he's a genius.
He's a serious,
honestly,
real musician. That's all he does.
He's a real magician and he's a pan player as well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a teacher.
And the other thing as well, for me, he was Renegade Hard by number 2 or number 1.
He's got an album on every fucking label in like.
Yeah, he's got album on Exit Records. It's fantastic.
Literally.
But there's the Extraterrestrial for me is one of the all-time great classic sort of monster tunes. And with respect to Tracksuit Mafia, he didn't do that tune justice. I'm sorry, that remix was bollocks. I'm sorry. I got no beef with you, Tracksuit Mafia personally. Just that one piece of art you did was shit. You didn't commit to the tune. You take a leaf out of SB81 when he did the remix of fucking Your Sound. That remix is fucking incredible.
We got the Sean
Bateman, innit?
Yeah, man. I
told him, I said, that is probably one of the single greatest remixes of any other tune, of any time, any type ever. Like that second section where he fucks about with the Soul Pride and it's just, look, I've got goosebumps. Get goosebumps. Sean, look, see what you're doing?
He done a show the other day with Jin, a formless thing in Manchester.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, cool, man. Well, I have to go.
Listen.
I'm a big fan of SB81, but his remix of Your Sound, J Magic's Your Sound, big up Infrared. They're going to be at Clashmouth this Saturday.
Is it Saturday?
Yeah, it's this Saturday, House of Vans. Yeah,
come.
Yeah, come down. You should come down. It'll be the last one there because House of Vans are shutting 5th of December.
Really?
Yeah, go. So, but we've got new venues lined up, so it's all good. Okay, so we'll be ready for next year. So it's all good.
Nice.
So I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go and see what Dave's doing out there.
Give him a little poke.
Anyway, until next time, people.
Go eat his chicken.
Go eat his cheese. Racist.